In a desperate situation, Black Sister has to bank all her hopes on Anna, and to boost the chances, she even organizes a mock court with Anna as a real attorney. While she's great with people's feelings, she can't quite keep up with the professional stuff, especially when faced with tricky questions. Anna always seems a beat behind, so she ends up pulling all-nighters to prep. Luckily, her husband is there to cheer her on, so she keeps. The next morning, the trial kicks off, and after a night of cramming, Anna is brimming with confidence. She just needs to prove her boss is such a nice guy, and victory will be hers, but the opposition clearly came prepared too. No matter how hard Anna tries, the man always seems to dodge her efforts. Seeing her strategy flopping, Anna decides to get a little creative. After getting a clear answer, Anna flashes a knowing smile since the opponent thinks the criminal isn't a bad guy, yet sees himself as a good one. These two statements obviously contradict each other, with both plaintiff and defendant seeming a bit dishonest, and surprise, surprise, the boss has a criminal record. The next task is to persuade the 6 jurors, but for Anna, who's a social butterfly, this is just a piece of cake. She weaves her personal tale into a heartfelt story, depicting the victim as diligent, improving everyone's opinion. After some spirited discussion, the jury decides to back the plaintiff, and just like that, the case is a huge success. Anna not only fulfilled Black Sister's wish, but they also became friends. Little did they know things weren't that simple. Back home that night, Black Sister finds her computer in her grandson's hands, thoroughly searched. Anna had switched them at the office. The coffee-soaked one was already a goner, and now with Black Sister's laptop in hand, she's one step closer to the truth about her daughter's death. Anna's case went missing in Black Sister's phone, bringing her closer to the truth. Grandma cuts 20 pounds of onions daily. But she never eats them. Instead, she bags them up and waits for her chance to inhale a big whiff once at work. That pungent aroma is too much to handle. She tosses it in the trash, then pretends to be all tearful as she rushes to the right off the bat. She tells the admin her little dog passed away last night, and, surprise, it tugs at the heartstrings. Seizing the moment, Anna asks to check the records, but just then, Black Sister comes in, and it looks like the jig is up. Left with no choice, Anna dives back into her acting chops, tears brimming as she recounts her sorrows, thinking she can fool Black Sister. Little did she know, at the crucial moment, the admin steps in, helping Anna pull off the perfect con. Plus, she buys herself enough time to dig through the records. Without missing a beat, she jumps into action with her well-prepped codes. Soon, she finds the corresponding file bag, causing Anna to be super excited because it might just hold the key to her daughter's truth. She nervously starts digging through it, but as time ticks on, her mood plummets to new lows. It's all junk. Just when Anna's about to lose all hope, she stumbles upon an empty file bag. Clearly, the documents are gone. Hope reignites, and she quickly calls her grandson, frantically explaining the situation and asking if he can track down the original info. Grandson Mei Cheng Seng actually has a plan. After hanging up, Anna sends him the file bag number right away. Once her goal was accomplished, Anna wasted no time leaving, only to receive bad news as soon as she got back to the office. 6 months ago, Black Sister had a small mediation case, and Mei Cheng Seng kickstarted a big internal to grab the $10 million investment. Black Sister had no choice but to transfer the case elsewhere, but her client was just a regular Joe. Old Mai, looking to maximize profits, urged Black Sister to find a way to shift the case, resulting in a loss of credibility for their firm. With both sides stubborn, they had no choice but to kick off a special firewall plan. When conflicts of interest arise, this plan allows them to serve both sides simultaneously. During this time, the representing lawyers will no longer be colleagues. Black Sister decides to take matters into her own hand. As soon as the meeting wraps up, Black Sister and her 3 trusty aides zip over to the client's place. The man is an artist who died of respiratory failure due to substandard building materials. He's hoping Black Sister will help him get justice. Who could have guessed that a phone call would reveal their firm also represented the construction company, and they wanted a $100,000 settlement. He couldn't wrap this. He couldn't understand why the company would do this and got all riled up. Black Sister quickly explains, saying it's just the company's special way of handling. If he signs the agreement, they can kick off the firewall without impacting negotiations, but the man refuses to cooperate. With the situation at a standstill, Anna has to step in, breezing through her negotiation techniques. She cleverly uses the man's plight, sharing that her husband also passed away 2 years ago. She genuinely understands that pain and encourages the man to keep fighting for justice for his late spouse. After their chat, the man finally lowers his guard and agrees to sign a consent form, kicking off this unusual mediation. Soon, the judge reads the rules, separating the parties, while Black Sister takes a crack at the legionnaires in the room. Since the deceased died from respiratory failure, testing shows similar substances in their urine results are clear as day. Clearly, the tragedy was caused by mishandled drinking water, so the construction company is on the hook, demanding $2 million in damages. Black Sister thought the case was in the bag, but to her shock, Old Mai wasn't backing down, offering just $200,000 in compensation. Old Mai argued there were a plethora of possible sources, so they couldn't definitively conclude that the drinking water was the sole cause. Faced with this, Black Sister had no choice but to challenge the report and pulled out relevant documents.